Switch back to channel. So nice to meet. Is it Stefan or Stefan? How do you?
Stefan.
Stefan?
Yeah.
Thank you for meeting with me, man. I know it's pretty late. It is, if I understood the time change, it's pretty late for you right now, isn't it?
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness! What a trooper!
Yeah, I got to sleep at this hour.
That's why I was trying to say we could hold it off for a few days. I'm in no rush, but thank you for making the time.
Yeah, no problem.
So I actually just put up a video today for NovoResume because I'm starting a new series where I kind of just share sites that I'm a fan of and that I like, and I decided since you were gonna take the time to meet with me and do a little quick interview that start with your site. So thank you for taking the time, man. Especially at 2 a.m. Jesus, I would have told someone to fuck off at 2 a.m. But that's just me. All right, I guess we should get started. Do you mind just kind of introducing yourself? I think you'd do a better introduction than I would be able to.
Pardon, can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
If you can repeat the question because it got a little laggy.
Oh yeah. Can you just kind of introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm Stefan. I'm the developer of NovoResume. And yeah, usually my main tasks are actually coding and finding out the requirements for our platform.
What was kind of the... So I had you on LinkedIn kind of to learn more about you and just kind of see your work experience. This is kind of the first real software project that you've been a part of, or have you worked on other sort of projects as well?
I also had my previously internship at the Wire Delta, where I built an in-house platform where they could manage all their projects. It was basically like a web development agency. So I was actually this is like my second big project.
Cool. What was how did kind of NovoResume get started? What was kind of the thought process? Was there kind of a clear goal, or did it start as something else and develop into what it is now, or how did it get kind of from the ground up?
Well, actually, it started when a Christian or designer applied to an international company from Copenhagen. And the problem was that he didn't have the work experience, like the relevant one. So he created like a more unique resume that will reflect his personality and his skills. And actually, he got the job, and the employer afterwards said that he got like, yeah, he already had the chances to get the job just because of the resume. A few months afterwards, we had a competition made together between our school and Microsoft, where we basically had to build the app, and we just made a demo. And yeah, we're speaking with some employees from Microsoft and some of our teachers, and they told us it would actually be a big need for such a tool, only that it should be like a website instead of a mobile app. So yeah, basically that was the beginning.
Oh, nice. So you guys actually were thinking about maybe going a mobile app way instead. You decided to stick with the web application like it is now?
Actually, I think it would be like a bad idea to do it on mobile because it's actually very hard to write the entire resume on the mobile.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you guys made the right choice.
Yeah. But actually, there are many like users asking us if we can also go mobile.
Yeah, to me, it seems like it would complement it well. Like you do all the one-time text entry of things, and then you have it on your phone ready there. Maybe you just need to change your address because you moved and you want to just download it real quick from your phone. I could totally see that being is that something you guys are looking to implement in the future?
Yeah, but it's like very low priority on our back.
Nice. How did have you been involved in software for a while? How did you kind of get started?
Actually, I started like in high school. I was going to the National Olympics back home in Romania.
All right.
But that was more like competitive programming. and then I just randomly choose Denmark to study computer science, and then I was like doing some free internship in some startups, which was actually quite interesting because I had to like learn different things.
Any advice for some young and inspiring programmers when they're just getting started?
I mean, yeah, there are many advices I could give, but the main one, actually don't believe in that one programming language, because I saw it's like a very common mistake, like, oh, Node.js, that's the best one, or no, oh, Golang is the best one, Ruby is the best one. No, they actually are made for specific tasks.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the project and of course on what you're comfortable, and depending on that, you should choose your like programming language.
That's good, man. To me, the best one is who's ever going to pay you the most money.
I mean, it really depends on what you want to do, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Or something that's going to work very fast, or something that's going to run cheap. It really depends what you need.
Are you still based in Romania? I think I saw that you you moved, and you know when you try to go back home and see family and stuff somewhere in your description.
Yeah, well, actually, we are on the process of moving the company in Denmark, because like each time we have to do some paperwork, it's gonna suck it to go back home in Romania. And we actually just started the master, and the other co-founder Andre, he also started a new master, and the designer again, he still has his university going on.
Nice. Someone in chat asked if it was hard to get out of Romania. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it's in the European Union.
Oh man, I see that you guys are releasing some senior level resume templates in September.
Yeah.
What is that going to focus on? Because the kind of my breakdown, or at least my opinion, is you have kind of the entry level where it focuses more on like the education and the skills, and then the intermediate where you focus on kind of maybe a little more of the work experience and the skills. Is there kind of what's like the main difference going to be for that senior level 5+ year experience?
One big difference is going to be more than one page. And actually, we spoke to many career advisors, and this literally said, if you don't have more than 5 years of relevant work experience, you have no excuse to go more than one page. In there, we can actually add more sections like publications, or achievements. Because like when you are like in the graduate phase or intermediate phase, you actually don't have that much knowledge or experience or certificates. So it's like a very brief description of who you are. Mm-hmm. Although on the senior level, you actually have to write more. And also another thing we're gonna bring for the senior templates will be some tutorials on how they can write the content better.
Nice. One thing that I found, because I actually use it all the time as someone who's applying for work and maybe contract, remote, whatever it may be. I found myself wanting there to be a Nova cover letter, like if that makes sense. Is that ever something that's kind of come up in conversation?
Actually, that's in the backlog, and we hope to have it by the end of September. Priority, because as we conducted our studies, most of the HR departments don't read the cover letters. Maybe if it's like a very tight competition between 2 or 3 candidates.
Yeah, I tend to agree. The only reason that it came to my mind is I only send cover letters in when they're asked for, and like I absolutely hate it so much that I don't even apply to the job. Like it's just such a hassle at some point. So
I mean that's the thing, like when you're trying to get the job, there are like different steps. And the CV resume is like, okay, very quickly who I am, and then on the cover letter you actually get into describing yourself even more. But sometimes actually the cover letters are read after you go to the interview.
Let's see. All right, let's get into, I guess, more software specific stuff, because that's probably what people are going to be. Did you, when you guys started NovoResume, did you end up like switching stacks, or did you kind of stay with one?
Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, we were using like Angular, Node.js, and MongoDB, because Angular and MongoDB, they were like new big trends, which was quite alright for building an MVP. But as we wanted to do it even more customized, yeah, using Angular was starting to be a hassle. So then we actually moved to Backbone.js afterwards, which was more minimalistic. But at the point, actually, I wrote our own library, so I can write the code more efficiently.
Nice. That's I just asked because I work at a software company. I don't really write any code per se, but my company in the beginning, before I was there, they seem to jumble stuff all the time. Like, oh, this seems great. It wasn't perfect, and then this seems great. And it seems to be kind of a common thing, especially when just getting started.
The big problem with Angular also was that actually, maybe Google said that they're not going to handle the mitigation from version 1 something to 2.
Yeah.
So the problems, and Backbone.js is like slowly dying. So yeah, it would have been a good idea to keep them in the future.
Nice. I know. I'm currently learning 1.0, but I hear like 2.0 is kind of completely different. So I've actually been talking to some friends about it and trying to find out, like, where's some good resource, and they're like, really not. Just struggle through it. All right, thanks, man.
I mean, it really also depends, like, on the companies, what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, from what I never used it, but React is like the new trend, and people say it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm. That seems to be quite popular right now, is React, and I actually am doing a course on it this Thursday for the next month. From I don't know if you're familiar with CodeMentor.io, but they're basically like a one-on-one like internet kind of coding. Like, you need help, you can hire a mentor, and they're launching classes. And they're like, "Oh, take our class," and I was like, "Sure." Like, free learning, man. Let's go. I'm ready. Like.
Actually, I think the best tool to learn coding is CodeWars, if you know it.
Oh, I've heard of CodeWars, yeah. I've been getting some requests to do some videos on it, and I'm just like, one day. There's so much to cover, guys. I'll get there. Is that something you use quite often, CodeWars? Do you use CodeWars kind of on a regular basis, or you're so busy now that you're just...
But not actually in the last year. Because like the time is very tight.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll definitely go into it. Like,
nice. So I guess one of the questions I'm curious about on a personal level is because I see next to the templates that you have like free. So I'm imagining at some point kind of I guess what I'm saying, what's the monetization strategy? Because to me it seems like, oh, we'll make premium templates that you can buy, or maybe add-ons or something. Is there kind of a monetization plan down the road?
Yeah. Well, actually, we want to launch the premium features in autumn. Should be around middle September. And actually, the initial idea was to create more templates and then sell them. But actually, we're going to have a different approach. We're going to give tutorials. And then for each template, we're going to allow the users to do even more customization. Like, for example, different infographics for the skills, or different way of showing the photo.
Nice. That's something that I was like kind of thinking about, like, oh, I wonder what path they're gonna go down, and it seems, because it seems so great. Because I know when I've had to reapply for jobs, I'm always looking for a template. I'm inserting my information. I'm ready to pull out a gun and kill myself because of it, and it's just like, now it's so much easier. It really is. Like, the second, I think I came across it on Lifehack, or I don't really fully remember, but I've been telling people about it forever. It's been such a huge, like, oh man, this is such a, why wasn't this around sort of thing.
But yeah, actually, like to the newcomers, like when they create like e-commerce, bad thing to me, kind of bad to be like 20, 30 templates because people would just see like for 1 hour or two, okay, which one should I choose? Which one should I choose? So our plan is to have like around 10, and then each one of them you can customize it to what you actually need.
Nice. Let's see. I wish I didn't. I'm not one of those type of guys that comes too prepared and like, oh man, I have to have all these questions. I go off the cuff. So if there's any awkward silence, man, I apologize. But let's see here. Anything? How did? So I see that there's essentially 3 co-founders. The 3 of you. Is that all started in the beginning when you guys all met up and started this project? Okay. And I see you have some advisors. What like what in what sense are they advisors? What sort of because you have about 6 advisors on here. One of them is a bonsai tree, but just out of curiosity, what sort of things do they advise you on as a kind of a young company in the beginning stage?
Actually, it's different from advisor to advisor. Like for example, we have Wana, which advises are like in the career and HR part, and then we have Christian, which is a young entrepreneur, and the mentors from our incubator that helps us with the business plan. And then we have like that guy Arnar that helps us with the marketing. So that, yeah, advisors from different areas, and that's also like very good thing about our team because I have like the developing skills. Christian has the design skills, and Ray the marketing skills. People study marketing or took people that studied computer science, and then they start the startup. But the thing is, you need people with different skills.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good strategy to go about it. Can you kind of elaborate on what it was like spending a year in an incubator? Because like for me, the closest I've ever gotten to an incubator is the TV show Silicon Valley. Like that's close to, and it seems like it would be such a wonderful experience. I'm just curious, like how that started and what it's actually like.
Actually, it depends from incubator to incubator. Like we have those incubators where companies are just fixed on their project, and then you have like those incubators where people just share knowledge from startup to startup. And usually, when you want to go to incubator, you want something within the middle. All the time with other startups, you will not do anything. But again, if you're like isolated at your desk, then you're not going to learn that much.
Nice.
Like one part of our incubator, we had like those Tuesday meetings where all the companies were coming and they were sharing like their big successes or fails during that week. And all other entrepreneurs will give advices on their issues.
When it came to your incubator, like again, because I have absolutely no knowledge about it. Like how did it work? Because in the TV show, right? This is how knowledgeable I am about incubators. Is it like, oh, here's a portion, stay for however long until I kick you out? And I like how did it go for your incubator?
And the good part about our incubator is actually part of the school, so it's a way of helping the students.
Oh, nice.
And like once a month or twice, we get advice from a lawyer, and also from like business manager.
So it was part of kind of your college where was it after you graduate they give you a year, because it says on here a year at the incubator. Is that kind of how it went?
Actually, we got the place 1 year before we finished.
Oh man, that's so cool. That's so cool.
And that's the good part about starting the new company in Copenhagen, because
Nice.
you have like all those free resources.
That just seems like such a dream come true. Like, hey, here's a year, just create something and have all this time to do it. Oh man, that seems like it would be a great experience.
The same way is like a win-win, because if the company succeeds, then people say, okay, they studied at that school, so younger people go to that university or academy.
Yeah, it's a great example of investing in your students and getting a return on it. And I feel like some people in some places aren't as like forward thinking as that, unfortunately. Do you have any side projects of your own? I know you're probably super busy, but sometimes everyone kind of holds one in their back pocket that they're working on.
Yeah, well, actually, unfortunately, not. And actually, I'm missing it. Yeah, but working on different projects. But the thing is, like, yeah, it takes a lot of time to work on this project, and I also have like different tasks not related to developing. So usually I spend like 70 hours of work. So yeah, it doesn't really give me time for anything else.
Nice. I'm looking on your homepage here, and you guys have you've gotten some attention from some very like prominent, media companies: Forbes, Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, Lifehacker. Is that kind of just naturally happen, or is it? Do you guys kind of have a social media guy that's kind of going out there? And I'm just curious if that kind of attention, because I mean, people would love to get into Forbes and Lifehacker and those sort of things. Does that just naturally happen, or how did that come about?
I mean, it's basically, well, for us, for instance, was like a try and error process. Like somewhere in December, we created the Darth Vader resume, and actually got a big hit on 9gag and in Germany. But I think I posted on Business Insider. And one day we just thought, okay, let's try to make Elon Musk's resume. We just sent it to Business Insider, they liked it, and it just went viral. And I think Lifehacker took it from there.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, it's basically trying to create like some new content that people like to see.
Nice. All right, I guess. Let's see. Just kind of looking at everything here. Any sort of partnerships coming up for NovoResume? Because like to me, there's a couple of sites that I'm affiliated with that I was like, oh man, this would be a great addition. Anything like that you guys are kind of looking at?
Actually, yeah, this year we tried just to keep it like this project and not companies. It takes time to do like partnerships, and you're only 2 people. We still don't have revenue, and until we're gonna hire more people, it's better to keep it this way.
All right, very nice. Well, I guess anything you want to say? You answered. I appreciate your time, man. I know it's like you said 2 a.m. Oh my God, I'm sure you run on caffeine, working 18-hour, 20-hour days. So.
But also exercise and yoga. It really helps.
Oh man, I gotta get back into the yoga game. I miss it myself.
But yeah, actually, we had done many questions regarding developing.
Let's see here. You know what? I just realized this right now. So I'm on your homepage, and I've seen this, the Elon Musk resume on the one page. I didn't realize that was actually your guys' template till right now. I've probably seen this 2 or 3 times where I kind of saw it. I was like, yeah, this is really great. This is probably how I came across it originally.
Thanks.
Yeah. Oh man. Because I remember thinking like, you really have to have a shit ton of experience and everything to be more than one resume. And especially, we're always hiring for like QA at my work. And sometimes people send in 4 or 5 page resumes, and it's like, they laugh. They're like, I'm never going to read all this. Like, it's just like, oh man.
I mean, it really depends. But like, for example, when you have been working like 20, 30 years and you really have the relevant work experience, sometimes you actually require to have this information.
Oh yeah, Not for these positions.
Yeah, the thing is, like, when you're playing like a junior developer, they're gonna be like one with people position, and like the project management is gonna be like, I think it's gonna be more like usually the 100 applicants. So we have more time to actually spend on them.
How did so let's talk a little bit about software.
Yeah.
When researching for kind of how to design the templates, what kind of went into that? Because I know that you guys probably just sitting like, oh, let's just make something. I'm sure you did some research for it.
In the beginning, we just like, let's try to make something nice.
Okay.
And afterwards, we studied the good practices, what we should have in our resume, and how you should present it. Then we had like our HR department in our school. We went there to ask for advices, and we also spoke with a few companies like what they would like to see in our resume.
Nice. I see that you guys are still in the beta. Any chance to kind of fully launch that? Like people tend to like to have betas forever now. It's kind of, I feel like it's almost like a safety net of some sort. Well, we're in the beta, man. So like.
Well, we are in the beta. I think we'll take it out in February.
Okay.
Nice. The thing is, like, we get like lots of feedback, which is really nice, and we made like lots of changes.
Very nice. Well, hopefully we'll be able to talk again come February after you guys fully launched, and we can kind of check up.
Yeah, hopefully it's not going to be 3 o'clock in the morning for me.
Yeah, we'll find a better time next time. But thank you, and everyone who watches this video later on. Make sure to go to NovoResume.com. It's also, you check out the video earlier. I do a quick walkthrough for it as well. Anything kind of want to say, or I guess we take off here.
Not really. I mean, yeah, thank you for this live stream.
Yeah, thank you, and good luck. I appreciate it.
You do.
All right, have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. Nice to kind of talk to people who have an idea and are really kind of driving it home at the same time. Like, I was very intrigued personally to know that they do the incubator. I was like, oh man, Silicon Valley touches my heart. It just seems like such a dream come true for me anyhow. I would have loved an opportunity like that. What a trooper, man. That's 2 a.m. Jesus. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Really check out NovoResume.com. I use it personally in my job resumes, and I look forward to see what they fully come out with come February. Let's see. Everyone's here right now. Maybe I should actually do some stuff. Should really. Oh, Jared McCormick, if you're still here, man, I would love to. You said you were going to give me some advice on my website. If that's still an option, I appreciate it. I do appreciate any and all advice, guys. Let's see here. No? No advice? All right, guys. Well, I guess if it's just going to be me and nobody wants to talk to me, I'm going to take off. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys kind of got a little bit of insight into what it takes. Yeah, nothing I can do about his audio. It was lagging a little bit. And but I mean, I appreciate his time all the same. Hopefully in the future I can see about troubleshooting that. But I hope at the end of the day that everyone kind of got an insight about what it takes to, you know, have a startup and kind of just. I mean, look at it. I'm not a super large channel. He's been their company's been mentioned in Forbes, for God's sake, and he's still taking the time at 2 a.m. to spend a half an hour, 45 minutes answering questions, and you know, when you'd rather go to sleep. The point is, work hard, man, and be willing to change. Just like you're able to change your start at this. Oh, it's not working very well. Jump to something else. And, you know, but you know, I appreciate him taking the time to do that. I wish them the best, man, because it really is an amazing site. And as someone who has taken pride in the way his resume templates looked, and it's like you spend a day doing these things, and it's like before you know it, it's just miserable. But all right, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a good. For me in California, it's about 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. I hope everyone has a good Wednesday. And bye.